A lot of things made me want to get back out and tour again. Number one, my love for the game. I've been playing for forever. I've been competing for forever. I just feel like the course is kind of where I belong. I think taking a break, the saying, you don't really know what you got till it's gone. I just had some serious FOMO. I thought now's the perfect time to really get back into it and give it another shot. My name is Paige Shue, and I've been playing disc golf for 16, going on 17 years. So when COVID hit, it was during Waco of 2020. At that time, Grady and I lived in an apartment in Emporia. My parents were there, Dynamic Discs was there, my sponsor at the time. During the pandemic, when there weren't tournaments, Grady and I traveled to go see some family we hadn't seen in a while. And we were actually here in North Carolina when we found out that we were pregnant in May of 2020. And so that is when everything changed. Being a mom has been a life-changing thing from day to day. It requires sacrifice, but it's also so much fun, and it's your whole life, and everything you do is keeping your child in mind, and it makes you grow up, but it's absolutely the greatest joy, greatest gift, greatest role I've ever been in. The connections in disc golf are awesome. So we knew the guys from another round, and we knew they were so awesome and kind. And as soon as we moved here, I started working there, and I still got to be involved with disc golf, and I still got to meet people. And it was great that they were so welcoming and encouraging, and they were excited about Savannah and excited about my future as a disc golfer as well as a mom. Our family roots were kind of in Dynamic Discs. My dad was the president of Dynamic Discs, and he has worked there for a very long time. My mom as well. My parents were supportive from day one, and when I told them I was leaving, they were like, we're sad to see you go, but we're excited for your future and the new opportunities that have been presented to you. So we'll cheer for you no matter what logo's on your back. My parents were super excited and loved to see me compete no matter what. What drew me to Discraft, the reputation that it had built over the last few years. They were grabbing all the top players, and they really invest in their players, and I just see as people were joining their team, they were playing better and better out on the road. There's two things that come to mind where I think of what I would value as a player on a team. Number one is the support of women. I know that Paige Pierce jumping to Discraft and seeing them throw her name on discs and shirts and everything. The fact that Discraft was putting all that time and effort in believing that women can sell discs, that was something I was really drawn to. Wow, she's getting what she deserves. She's a multi-world champion, and she's a top player, and they're investing in her. So that was number one. But number two, the way that Discraft determines who gets what is strictly based on play. I feel in a company where the talent means the most, it speaks the highest of who you are and what you bring to the table. The biggest selling point of Discraft, or even allowing us to be on the road, was an RV. We were really nervous about coming into this year, taking a child out on the road, but we decided to jump in and try it, and we already have done a stint, and she loves it. She loves traveling. She does fine in the RV. We make sure we stop often and get her out and moving. The fact that I do have a family now, it makes me see things in the bigger picture, but also just showing Savannah that, just because you're a mom, it doesn't mean you have to stop everything, and you can continue your hopes and your dreams. And it's just, I hope she looks back on coverage and is my mom did all these incredible things even while having a child, even while taking care of me, and maybe it can inspire her one day.
More, look, for you. So many, look how tall this one is.
So when we're home and we're not out on the road, we wake up, give Savannah some breakfast, and we like to pitter-patter around the house too. She loves her toys. Grady, my husband, works at a local disc golf store, another round disc golf. Just making the most of our days, I guess. And then when Grady gets home, we have dinner together as a family.
Good job.
Nowadays, we don't get to play full 18 holes that often. So we go do field work a lot and putting practice. There's a lot of different parks around here where there's a really nice playground and then a few open fields. Also next to our house, we kind of have a decent sized field. We try to squeeze in whatever we can. So now that I have a family, my motivation for the future has definitely changed on like what I want to do and kind of what I would like to accomplish. You know, the motivation comes from like, of course, wanting to win because I want to win and I'm a competitor, but also for the sake of my family, for the sake of Savannah. The ultimate goal of this year was obviously to play and compete again and be the best I can be, but really be an inspiration to women out there, or even dads out there, anyone who, you know, becomes a parent in the middle of their disc golf journey. You can be a phenomenal parent and a phenomenal disc golfer and be committed to both.
Come on.
So one of my biggest accomplishments and probably what I'm most known for was winning the 2018 World Championships in Vermont. Honestly, like it hit me way before 18. Like I knew I was gonna win, and so like tapping out the final putt, oh, it was just so surreal. I mean, one of the greatest moments of my life. With Worlds being back at GMC this year, I'm super excited. I feel like my game is well-rounded and it's still long enough away to where, you know, I'm gonna keep practicing and keep grinding and make sure I'm just absolutely focused and physically and mentally ready at that point. As a competitor, I think I've changed over the last few years. Attacking the course and being out on the course, it's a lot different than it was before. I think now I realize that I gotta be pushing myself to put myself in contention, and I like that the growth of the FPO, and it's kind of lifting all of us up, all the FPO players. Yeah, just combining all the experiences, I'm a new Paige Shue.